Welcome to Shoeman's Model Shop, and today we're going to look at a product for the 3D printers, and this is the Elegoo Mini Air Purifier. And I saw this on Uncle Jesse's channel the other day and thought I'd give it a shot. It's not too expensive, and I'll go over that in a bit. So let's do an unboxing and see what's in there. So what comes in the box is you have two of the air purifiers, two charcoal filters, the instructions, and a USB charging port so they charge up. So I'm going to go ahead and the instructions are pretty simple, one pager. So basically you're going to put the charcoal filters into the top of the filter, charge it, and then put them into your printer. So we'll do that and I'll show you how that looks. So we're going to go ahead and get these, put the other one together and get them charged, and then we'll get them into the printer and I'll show you how that goes. Now it's pretty simple. You just basically take the lid off, put the charcoal piece on, and then we just put the lid. Now you get the lid back on, and then the next step will be to go ahead and charge it. The filters have been charged. It took about an hour or so to get them both charged. And so what I'm probably going to do is mostly put them in the Epax X10 printer, because if the smaller printer I have, the Creality printer, as you can see, it already has a filter built into it. Now, I don't know if you can get a replacement filter or charcoal for that, or if it ever needs it. But yeah, so I don't think I need to put one in here. Also, I mostly use the water washable resins, so they don't have a really bad smell in general. The worst time you can ever get a little smell is once you take the lids off or open the lids. You kind of get that, but for the most part they really don't have a smell. But so I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to put it into my bigger Epax 10 printer, so we'll get them in there and show you how that looks. So I placed them in the printer, and you can see there's one in that corner and one in that corner, and there should be no interference with the build plates or anything like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and turn them on, get the vat filled with resin, and start a print job. And we'll see how long these last, because the print job I'm going to do is going to be about 12 hours or so. So we'll see how long these will go, and I will get back to you with that. Welcome back, and I went ahead and I did finish the print, and like I said, there was no smell, but with the water washable resin, I usually don't get any kind of smells outside the machine. It's when I open the front end that I get that whiff of resin smell, and it's gone pretty quickly, so it's not a big deal. But what I did is I went ahead and I put in the filters, and when I opened it I didn't smell that, so I thought, well, let me do one more test. So what I decided to do was put it in to my Creality printer, and I wasn't going to print job. I just wanted to turn it on, put it in there, and then let it run, and then lift the lid, and again see if I get that initial smell, just to see if this works. So I went ahead and I did that. I put it in there. I just let it run for about an hour or two. When I lifted the lid, there was no smell whatsoever. And you can see that even though this has a built-in filter, this other one will fit in there just fine. It fits in my Epax with two of them just fine. So for the most part, this works. I don't know how long the charcoal in there goes. They give you a couple more, so you have some for a while. Like I said, I'm not sure how long the charcoal in there lasts. I guess you just have to keep running it until someday you open the lid or open the front end and see if you smell something. It seemed to have, I ran an 8-hour print on my Epax, and that seemed to be fine, so I'm thinking these things will run at least 8 hours. I don't think it's really important for me to run a long test to see how long they run. Most of my prints don't go past that. Some do, some go for a couple of days, but again, it's what I may do for another test and get back to you later is I've only got one bottle that's not water washable resin, and I've used that before and I still don't get a bad smell from it, so I may put one of those in just to see what happens. But for the most part, I'm going to say that I like these. If you use resins that you think have a smell or you're really extra sensitive, I would say pick them up. I'll put a link in where I got them on Amazon. There's 2 of them. It was about maybe $30, maybe less for 2 of them. And, you know, like I said, I think it's a good buy, especially, like I said, most of the resin printers don't have a built-in filter. And like I said, for this one, I'll zoom in on that filter there. I don't know if there's a replacement, if that's got charcoal, how it works, if it's just a fan. I'm not really sure. So I'm not going to worry about that because now I have these in there. So I would say overall, this is a good product and a good buy. So thanks for watching, and